And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
But it is no rebuttal to my position that atheism poisons everything, that religion poisons something. There are plenty of poisons in the world.
Anyone who says they have God on their side also awards themselves, and you can see it happening by opening the newspaper, the right to commit any crime.
A little harsh, right? The debate over religion has been going on since civilization began. The Jews were persecuted by the Roman pagans, the Protestants were suppressed by the Catholics, and the Muslims and Hindus have been fighting over the Indian Peninsula since the 1940s. Thankfully, in America we are guaranteed our free right to practice whatever religion we so choose. Our Constitution says, "Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof." And I believe strongly in our right to our own beliefs. This is my house in Grand Junction, Colorado. I've lived here for most of my life and hardly ever been to church. It isn't because my family is traditionally non-religious, since my parents were both raised Catholic, but they started seeing the church as more about the money than about the faith. Without religion being on my mind every Sunday, I slowly stopped believing in a higher power until I became agnostic, which is what I consider myself to this day. Religious beliefs can truly separate a society, and I decided to immerse myself in the middle to better understand religion and its role in government. This is a free lunch that is put on every week by a Baptist church for students at my high school. People of all faiths are welcome, and all they ask in return for the food is to listen to a 10 to 20 minute sermon.
And so he's coming to speak to you today, and I ask you guys give him as much respect as you give me.
I was allowing things in my life to interfere with the greatest decision, with the greatest reality that mankind could ever know, and that is experiencing, that is daily walking with Christ.
At the other end of the spectrum, there are the Western Colorado atheists and freethinkers. They meet once a month at our local mall to talk with like-minded people about service projects and infringements on their First Amendment rights.
May the leftness of our views, our rational, progressive, and generally enlightened views, as his Lord says, may they prevail.
I spoke with Pastor Nate from the church lunch and the president of the Western Colorado Atheists and Freethinkers, Jude Sirota, about their views on many topics, including the existence of a God.
One of the ways that I know there's a God is that I can't look at this beautiful world around us and say that this happened by accident. I believe that that is an insult on my intelligence.
But to say that there's some guy up there in the heavens looking down on me and, oh, I lost my cell phone and God found it for me because I prayed, you know, that's just seems very odd to me. If God can find somebody's cell phone, how come he can't make peace in the Middle East?
Because there is no certainty, we all need to take a leap of faith in our beliefs.
So faith to me in Jesus Christ is like, for instance, when I set this chair down in front of you, I didn't test it out to see if it would hold me. I didn't look up the manufacturer stuff. I just believed with all of my heart that it would hold me up, and so I sat in it.
And as a scientist, you know, I can't say there is no God because you can't prove that. There's no scientific way to test that. However, for myself, I can say, to me, there is no God. I have not seen any evidence or, you know, any kind of analysis that would convince me.
Whatever faith you have, however, religion has historically been used in government as a moral system. I spoke with the AP American Government and AP US History teachers from my high school on the history of a religion in America.
Just reading through the Declaration of Independence, you can see we're all given these inalienable rights by our Creator. Just having God mentioned in the Declaration of Independence and those individual rights given by Him were a huge driving force behind the American Revolution.
The founders definitely saw the need for religiousness, not the establishment of religious institutions that would be imposed on people. They wanted people to believe in whatever form of religion that they so choose.
I think one of the things that offends me the most when especially politicians nowadays say, you know, we were founded on Christian principles. Christians don't have a monopoly on morality. Morality comes from your upbringing, it comes from the environment that you're living in, it comes from your own brain.
It surprised me as well to learn that our founders did have religious backgrounds. And now it seems we're going a little too far in trying to keep God out of government.
You do not have a right, I don't think it was intended, to be protected from exposure to religion, whether it be a Christmas tree or some kind of display by someone who believes in God. Once we get to the point where we're that sensitive, we're missing the whole point of what our freedoms are.
The Constitution protects our rights, whether we're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, atheist, or whatever we choose to believe. I don't see any reason why we should eradicate God from a government that was founded by Christians. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. People are too touchy when it comes to their beliefs. We need a mutual understanding that we are a country that was founded by Christians. However, nobody is wrong and nobody is right under law. We can practice what we wish. Even if there is a nativity scene on the lawn of a Congress building, that isn't prohibiting you from going to a synagogue, that isn't exempting you from your freedom of speech or having the right to vote. I'm personally not religious, but I respect others' rights if they respect mine. We need to see that we all have the right to our own beliefs and how we express them.
We, like every country, must be vigilant in protecting the rights of religious minorities and building a society in which people of all faiths and people of no faith can live together openly and peacefully.